Well, there's absolutely no doubt how focused AFL footballers are on the pre-season aspect of their training. There is also no doubt that once round one starts, so much of that hard work is forgotten. We take that pre-season fitness and we just cross our fingers and hope that that carries us all the way through the season. But unfortunately, it just doesn't quite happen. So today, I wanted to take you through a couple of practical steps that you and your team can take in order to make sure that you are running well, not only before the season starts, but all the way through the season. I wanted to break it down into 3 sections for you in order to help you structure your training so that you can tick off the boxes and know with confidence that you're actually getting the important work done. I'm going to do this with 3 phases. I want to focus on the midweek top-up, I want to focus on your bye round, and I wanted to focus on matches that you miss. But to kick us off, let's have a look at the first thing, the midweek top-up. Let's consider that we're playing a game on a Saturday afternoon. So what does the rest of the week look like? Well, obviously, there's a fair bit of exertion put into the running part of our week on a Saturday afternoon when we've played our game. Not only are we dealing with just tired legs from the running that we've put in, but also from the knocks, the bumps, the twists, the turns. So Sunday and Monday are both rest or recovery days. So depending on your level of fitness, depending more on your level of commitment, that Sunday might be a day off where you just rest your legs. You might go for a walk. If you're feeling okay, it might be a day where you get out for a really easy, light run just to get that blood flowing through the legs. Try and get a little bit of movement through the body, just trying to get those sore muscles moving a little bit so they're not so sore come Monday. Monday, once again, is another recovery day. So the same as Sunday, there's no need to rush the intensity so early in the week. Tuesday is a day where you're probably going to get back out with the club in a lot of cases and be doing some more skills and drills. That's a really good welcome back because naturally skills and drills in most cases have some form of harder running. That's okay to an extent. You don't want to be smashing yourself in the skills and drills part on a Tuesday evening anyway when you've got another match coming the following Saturday. But Wednesday is where it gets a little bit more interesting. Now, Wednesday is a day where you're far enough ahead of previous Saturday's match where you've started to feel quite good, your legs have hopefully recovered unless you've copped a real bad knock. You can start to put in a little bit more work here. Now, to be careful and to be clear, this is not a session where you're going to smash yourself. You don't want to be on your hands and your knees at the end of this session. This is simply an opportunity for you to be able to tap into some slightly faster running, a little bit more speed endurance here. It's a really nice night for a top-up. So if you're training with your club on a Wednesday, you might want to incorporate a little bit of this into your training after your skills and drills. If you're training with a club on the Tuesday, well, this is something that you're going to do as an individual. An example of a session that you might do, and it's only an example because depending on your fitness level, depending on the position that you play is going to dictate what it is that you're doing. But say you're a real running player, you're a midfielder, you're a wingman, you're a centre half back, centre half forward. You might want to get out there and you'll do a 1 kilometer warm up at a super slow pace. Nothing crazy here. Take a break, do some stretching, have a bit of a recovery, get yourself a drink. And then we're going to get back out and we'll do a 1K stride out, still at a relatively easy pace, about a 5 out of 10 effort level. This is a nice aerobic foundation to tap into. It gets the legs working a little bit and just puts a little bit of running work in there so the next part is slightly more challenging. And then you might come out and you do 5 by 200 meters at 60 to 70% pace with a 2-minute recovery in between. So you've got a little bit of time there to get some kilometers into the legs, but then you're also tapping into a bit more speed endurance. This is a really nice session, not too heavy, not too light, and still a few days out from your Saturday game, so it's not going to impact how tired you are going into that game. Once again, you might get out on a Thursday, do some skills and drills, another quite light session. Friday, I always enjoyed going for a really easy jog of about 15 to 20 minutes and doing 2 by 100 meter build-up strides just to get a little bit of pop in the legs so that when I got up the next day, my legs were ready to roll. That's a midweek top-up session and it's one of many that you can do. On Relax Running, we have an AFL running membership which has literally hundreds of sessions and gives you a little bit more specific guidance on how to implement it depending on the position that you play, depending on the fitness that you are. So if you wanted to jump over there, it's relaxrunning.com/AFL. The other opportunity that is so often just completely missed by so many clubs is the buy round. Now, when it comes to a buy round in so many community leagues, the idea is great. We get a couple of weeks off. Let's have some beers. Let's have some drinks. Let's forget about fitness. Let's forget about training. And I understand that attitude, but if you're really trying to just take care of your fitness, if you're really trying to build so that you're taking your best form all the way through the season, the 2 weeks off isn't an opportunity just to forget about it. It's an opportunity to inject some harder kind of running. So using the example that you might have your last game for 2 weeks on a Saturday, you'll take that Sunday and Monday as an opportunity to let those legs recover. In this instance, because you haven't got too much coming up, you might want to introduce a session like I mentioned before on your Tuesday and on your Thursday. You might want to mix it up between 150s, 300s, or some slightly longer runs. You can also go out and do quite a heavy session the following Saturday. So I've put an example in the description down below of a session that you might want to be able to implement there. As I said, if you want something a little more structured, make sure you jump over to Relax Running, check out what it is that we offer there. And then you'll take that final week before you get back out, just like you're going back into another round. So assume that final session that you've done on the Saturday is a match replication. It's a really hard session. You've taken some time to recover for Sunday, Monday, back into it with your group on Tuesday, and just take that slow build up to your return from the buy round on the Saturday. You're going to be amazed at how much fitness you can put into your legs. And the beauty is, a lot of players don't even take the time to consider this couple of weeks off as a chance to build up. So you and your team can get a real advantage if you're consistent and if you're disciplined enough to actually get out and do that work. And the last thing I'm going to encourage you to do, if you haven't quite got yourself ready for match day, or if you haven't got selected, or for whatever reason you're away and you can't make match day, don't just use it as an opportunity to think, oh great, get the day off, get to put the feet up a little bit. It's actually a chance that you can inject some match replication sessions, just like what we've spoken of earlier and just like what are linked in the description below. So just like that, there's 3 opportunities. Your midweek top up, you got your buy round, and you have your missed match training day session. As I said, if you want a bit more guidance, we've got a whole heap over at the Relaxed Running membership, not only looking at a 3-phase build up to your pre-season, but also looking at some practical application of some hard training through the season to make sure that you're fit when you really need to be. We've also got a coaching thread on the community forum, so anyone who wants to jump on board there, we'll have a one-to-one thread with me where together we'll work more specifically with your own fitness. So if that sounds like something that you could do with, make sure you jump on over now, relaxedrunning.com/AFL. Be more than happy to help you there. If you've got any questions, whack them in the comments below. We'll continue the conversation there, guys. But hey, best of luck with your season. I hope your pre-season's gone well, but it's not over yet. Make sure you're taking time to implement some really good structured training throughout the season. It's going to give you a massive advantage over a lot of the other teams.